So hello and welcome to another Raggy's review, but a wine review. It's been a while since I've actually done a wine review. Um, yeah, just me. I thought I was lagging there. I thought I can't be lagging because I'm on the bloody phone. So yeah, this is Calvet, Malbec, and the Reserve version. So I actually got this off my neighbour across the road. She's come across and says, one of my friends was up and they bought a bottle of wine, drank one glass and left it, and I'm like, quids in. Uh, I'm always good for a review. I would have thought by now from my workplace I'd have had a stream of wines coming in. So anyway, here's what it says on the back. Mason Calvet, or Calvet, depending on how you say it, has carried its winemaking know-how through the generations for over 200 years, creating a mark of authenticity. Founded in 1818 by Jean Marie Calvet in the city of Tan-le-Hermitage, Mason Calvet has been selecting and vinifying since then the best quality wines from all regions of France. Français. Parlez-vous français? That's about all I know these days. I did actually do an O level in French and German for some strange reason. Deep purple colour, expressive fruity aromas of black sherry. Ooh. Blackberry mixed with violet notes and licorice. The palate is generous, ample, round, fleshy, structured with soft tannins in the end, and reveals a lingering finish. Ideal with grilled meats and mature cheeses. Temperature 14 to 16 degrees centigrade. That's what it is. And it's a 13%er. So, I haven't actually got any wine glasses in the shed. I've got a pint glass, but yeah, probably not. Probably best not, eh? So, cheers, Mel. Oh, certainly a vanilla and certainly dark fruits on the nose. So let's pour a nice glass, jolly good. Lovely deep purple, like a violet colour on there. It's been a while since I've done wine, and got to be honest, this is what Raggy's beer reviews was all about. I better put the bottle back up, haven't I? This is what started the channel, wines and spirits. So, you know, the fact is, with wines and spirits, is they're expensive to buy. So unless I get bought them as miniatures, shall we say, uh, it's an expensive review, and it is what it is. You can only do what you can do. So as you can see, lovely pour there. Right, let's look at the nose. Hair or something on the glass. Oh, beautiful nose. Perfect temperature as well, room temperature. Room temperature is king with red wine. You don't want to be drinking it at cold. Unless it's one of those wines that you can drink at cold, like a Beaujolais. They're great at cold temperatures. There are wines red wines, that you can drink from chilled. So we did, when I worked at Sainsbury's, I did actually put a lot of wine in the fridge because we had a big double fridge on the aisle. That were wines suitable from that, from chilled. Wow, super smooth. Certainly soft tannins on the flavour. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. It's going to be a long review. Sit down. It's a proper Raggy review. None of these 6 and 7 minute rubbish. Take a chilled review. And this is somewhere I need to get back into my wines, really. I have foregoed the wines. I think in the last year I've been a bit sporadic with wine reviews, whereas at one stage there'd be at least one a week. And I'm looking at what I'm reviewing, and I'm re-evaluating my God knows what that was. Something came up then. Yeah, re-evaluating my the channel and my long-term hopes and aspirations for the channel. Obviously, you know, this channel saved me, and it's very important to remember that to move forward. It was because of the beer reviews that helped me, and not to put too much strain on the wife and her worries. You know, only let them know so much and how dark things got. And you know, I know talking is the key ingredient. Talking, be it to friends, be it to strangers, and be it in this capacity. Talking. And you know, in life you are always going to meet personalities. There were both good personalities. Today I was at work surrounded by wholesome, good characters. People that I absolutely, you know, get on with. And yeah, they would be top of the list to come to my wedding vows next year. My like re-wedding, as you call it. I don't know what you call a wedding vow thing, where you're renewing your wedding vows. If there's a certain way to call that. Gonna send invites out when I do that to people from the beer review community, because you know I've got some good friends. Whether people can make it, there's another thing. You know, I understand that it's not always easy. There's a cost element to come to Nottingham, to get a bloody hotel room or whatever, and it's not easy. No, but you know, there's people that I'd love to invite, whether they come or not, whether they feel daft. You know, yeah. I mean, and then there's friends as well. There's lots of people I'll invite, and then see if people come. You know, so obviously you don't want to be the only ones there. Just me, the wife, and a few family members. Although we get very drunk, as you would, and obviously workmates, because the workmates are going to be there. I've got workmates from my Sainsbury's days. There'll be well, maybe one workmate from my Nottingham City Council days, and a few workmates from the possibly from the Streetwise days. There've definitely been no one from Nottingham Park Estate. No, no, I won't piss on them if they're on fire. No, I'd probably chuck a load more petrol on, you know, to be honest. But there you go. Hey, although, you know, at my normal strength, I'm both a formidable character who can rip the hell out of people. At my worst, when I'm suffering with anxiety, I am a shadow of that self. And those who know me know what what I'm like, especially when I've had a few drinks, because I don't give a shit. And yeah, and that's the best part. You know, sometimes in life you need to let your hair down. You need to be able to say things, and for people to understand that, yeah, you're just letting it out in a non letting it out way. But yeah. But anyway, back to the wine. It is lovely to do a wine review. I think some of the best reviews on the channel are actually when I'm steaming, and I really don't give a shit. And they were some of the best reviews. Don't do it as much these days. Why? Because the wife watches me, and it's not worth the bollockins. But she's also thinking about my health as well, and about being drinking too much, and you know, we do need to look after our health, don't we? Um, I had this thought going round in my head all day long. It's like today, I was wearing what I'm wearing now, which is this black um, thermal top. I've got a t-shirt underneath, Star Wars t-shirt, because I'm a scruffy guy who wears his work clothes all week. I'm not washing them at this time of the year. Jesus Christ, I don't sweat anyway. Most of my work I do is not work where you can sweat, um, and it's too cold anyway. But yeah, and I had a top over today, and this top, my belly feels bloated today, and it has done for days. And it started, little things go around in your head, and it contributes to mental health. The smallest thing can set you off, and sometimes in your own brain, and that's where it is. You can make a mountain out of a molehill. You can think the worst, and the old days you just let it fly over you like, fuck it. And but no, I let things fester. Working on your own is a killer because you can do that. You do get that way. You let things fester and develop negative thoughts and all that rubbish. And I've just realised I've got some headphones here, and these are perfect for work tomorrow. So I've got an old iPod. iPods are great, especially if you've got music on them. I don't know these days if you can actually do it with them, but hopefully the sound quality on these is spot on. Because I've got a mowing tomorrow, so I'm on a ride on mower all day. And the thing with that is, yeah, ride on mower, and I'm going to be listening to Lord of the Rings, the soundtrack, and I absolutely love that. Soundtracks, it's so soothing, and especially if you know the film. Like sometimes when you know the film and there's a part, and sometimes like Marvel films and superhero films, there's a part and it builds you up inside, and it releases super positivity, and it's great, and these little wins in life are great. Good music. I listen to Smooth in my car, and Smooth, apart from the chat, do have a lot of great music on, and it's great because it flows positivity through me. And then I turned 96.2 Capital FM on, and it's all rap music, and I'm like, oh, turn that shite off. And some bloke, yeah, I went down the pub, I had a piss, yeah. Then I went to the bar and ordered a drink, yeah. And then I got a little bit of sherry, yeah, and that sort of shit. And I just can't be done with that. Yeah. I mean, for music, for me, like Carpenters, absolutely love Carpenters. Travelling Wilburys, oh my god, that was a band. That was just absolutely awesome. 80s music is king, you know. 50 now, yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, apart from the fucking grey hair and the receding hairline. Yeah, yeah, up yours, life. But oh, the 80s, the music was king. In any case, back to the beer. Did tell you this was going to be a long review. I might have to upload this first and put this as the next review. and discard the Polly's Brew one for later. So I'm reviewing like 2 at once now because I've come down the shed and when I can, because there's times when, like, both Friday and Saturday this week we're going to be out, and I don't think I'm going to get any reviews in unless I do when I'm out. So there is that. Going over to the Alter Ego Brewing taproom launch on Friday, opening day. As soon as my son gets home, me and the wife, woof, we're going up. Do need to order some beers. I've been waiting for my local Adventure Beer to get some Bang the Elephant beers in, but they haven't had them in. They've been out nearly 2 flipping weeks now, and I'm getting worried that I'm going to miss out. And I don't like missing out on locals. Got a special relationship with a lot of the local breweries. You know, it's nice. It's a bonus of being a beer reviewer. And let me tell you now, to everyone who watches beer reviews or wine reviews, as this is, it's a great hobby. You know, take it as a hobby. Put a bit of personality into the review. You know, do the review, get what you get. Bit of personality, bit of life. Some people don't put any life in. They just review the beer. Job's good. And Dean is the perfect example of that. He's just the best beer reviewer in that respect, as it is. The most knowledgeable beer reviewer who does his own work is most certainly Rampant Lion. You know, he's just the king of research. He can talk 34 minutes. That's his standard sort of time. 34 minutes. And yeah, he's a lovely guy. And like I say, you know, and then you've got people like Craig is also, you know, he's a great beer reviewer, similar to Dean in a lot of ways, in a more wholesome beer review. And then you've got people like me and Scott and Wanda, you know. He's got the Wanda thing, you know. She's a lovely lady. And, you know, I'm so glad they met up. You know, we've all got that person out there who is our forever person. Thankfully, I was 21 when I met my forever person. My wife is the perfect antidote to me. You know, she keeps me steady. You know, I may moan about the red cards, but you know, she's a good one, and I'm lucky. You know, a lot of people go through life, and you know, they never meet that right person. So me and Scott, and I think all the beer no idea, we're all a bit similar on that respect. And I think even Chris's beer reviews. And one of these days, I might do a review of the other beer reviewers and pick a beer review of theirs and dissect it. And with being nice, not being a dick, you know. And review the beer reviewers. Would that be a thing people would find funny? Yeah. Yeah. But I do think the beer review community is an amazing community. 19 minutes, Jesus Christ. It's going to be some upload. So, easygoing, soft tannins, a vanilla, dark fruits, but super easy drinking, nice quality Malbec with a steak. Oh, you've got the killer wine. Really enjoyed this. Gave me a chance to chat, and for me, against other wines, a good 4.5 out of 5. And that's it for this review chat. Cheers.